Hello and welcome to the Season 1 Autocross Automation BeamNG Championship Roundup video. We thought it would be nice to take a look back on how the season went, what cars won the different rounds and other things, and at the end you will see the final championship tables. First up, we will take a look at each of the round winners for the Constructors' Championship. It all kicked off with the modern budget mid-engine sports car, which I managed to win with the Thistle AX200. For round 2 we went back to the start of the new millennia and went racing on and off road with road legal rally cars. This is where Smoons Racing took a huge lead in the championship and managed to finish 5 seconds clear of everyone else in the lap times. Round 3 was a fun one in my opinion, as we had to build sleeper cars. So Euro Racing made 3 different winners from the opening 3 rounds with the H260 S Sport. Round 4 took us back in time to the 60s, as we all built what we felt would have been the ultimate sports car for that era. Smoons Racing once again took the top spot for this round, with the best round of the season with a huge 92 out of a 100 possible total points. And finally, in round 5, I managed to win with my alternate history MR2 Mark III. Something about mid-engine sports cars seems to really go well for myself. And here are the Season 1 round winners, all pictured together. I love the symmetry of how it is Thistle at either side. In one and you have both the Smoons Racing cars, and right in the middle is the Euro Racing. But now we'll move on to the awards for each of the 4 categories. The Constructors' Fastest Lap Time Award goes to Smoons Racing. Smoons Racing were the top of the field in Season 1 based on the lap time category, and here are some highlights from each of the rounds of the Smoons Racing cars. Next up we have the Automation Scores Award, and this award goes to Smoons Racing. The second award of the season for them, and not only were their cars fast in Beam, according to Automation they were really good cars too. Next up we have our Automation Market Expert Award, which goes to Euro Racing. Euro Racing would have made the best selling cars according to Automation, so congratulations to them for this award. And the final award for the best aesthetics goes to NMA. Some really beautiful cars from this team, with an amazing attention to detail on all of the cars. I love the British flag on both the round 3 and round 4 entries, they look great next to each other. But now, the moment a lot of you have been waiting for, we will move on to the Constructors' Podium. In third place, with 243 points, we have Ganner Automotive and Engineering, showing that consistency is key to doing well, as they were the only team to come top 5 in every single round. 2 third place finishes in round 3 and 5 helped Ganner to a 3rd place overall in Season 1. In second place, with 282 points, is my own team Thistle. The wins in round 1 and round 5 and the 3rd place in round 2 helped me to the runners-up spot in Season 1. Just a little more consistency and I'm hoping I can challenge better in Season 2 for the top spot. But finally, the champion of Season 1 of the Automation BeamNG Championship goes to Smoons Racing. Finishing up on 347 points, your winner of Season 1 managed it by a fair margin. 2 very dominant wins in round 2 and 4, and second place finishes in round 1 and 5 make Smoons Racing the champions. Will they be able to keep their crown going into Season 2? So here is how the final championship table looks. Ganner only just managed to hold off Euro Racing for the 3rd place finish, and NMA weren't too far behind. Behind, Mikado ended the season with a good result, and will be hoping for similar performances throughout Season 2 to try and challenge for a podium finish. Just 4 points separated the battle for 7th, with Dreamer Motors coming out on top. There are rumours however that Montagna, Bianca and Mikado might be joining up for Season 2, and if that happens then expect to see them up at the top end of the table. Ferdinand's PV were the highest placed finishers of those that joined mid-season, and if they were in it from the start, they would have possibly been challenging for the podium, so they might be ones to look out for next season. Tomahawk finish up in 10th place, and behind are Curie Avon, who despite only joining for round 4 had 2 good performances. But here is the closest point of the table, as Extra Motors, DAG, Auto Delta Reparto Course and Orb Automotive are all split by just 1 point. Congrats to Extra Motors, who managed to beat the others by just a hair. And I'm expecting some promising things from Tippin Motors, Goudland Racing and Empire in Season 2, as they all joined midway through the season, so it will be interesting to see what they can do with a full season. Now we will move on to the Drivers' Championship. But now we'll move on to the drivers' podium. In 3rd place, with 79 points, from the USA is GamerMe. 1 round win, 1 2nd place finish and consistency elsewhere took GamerMe to 3rd. In 2nd place, with 85 points, from Scotland is myself. 4 podiums and 1 win meant I managed to overtake GamerMe in the final round. But the winner, from the Netherlands, is Smoon Smithy, with exactly 100 points. A podium in every round and 2 round wins means Smoon Smithy is your double champion of Season 1. And here is how the rest of the table looked. A Coloured Cow finished in 4th place, but if you take his average from each round he would have finished on 80 points, so potential for him to do well in Season 2. 5th place was extremely tight, but my brother, AC 3D Prince, managed to come out on top. Rizarza is another one to look out for in Season 2, as he would have finished on 80 points too, if you take his average results. Hate, Spike and Dank Frank also managed good finishes despite joining late, so I think it'll be much harder for Smoon Smithy, GamerMe and myself next season. I'm really proud of how diverse the grid is now, and love that there's people from all over the world in the championship. But that is it for Season 1. I've had a blast, and I hope you all have too. I'm really looking forward to Season 2 and future seasons, and hope that this is something that we can keep going for a long time. Thank you all for watching, and thank you to GamerMe for making the videos for every round. See you all in Season 2.